Zimbabwe is a colony of ZANU-PF. We need to attain our own independence. If we don't fight for it, no one will. We are the masters of our own fate. We've become colonies of ZANU-PF. They call it restore legacy. But what is there to restore? There are portals, there's shortages of money, and you call that restoration of legacy? There's no more legacy left. The ZANU-PF has totally destroyed this country, and we no longer have a foundation. The destroyers cannot be the rebuilders. We need to build our own. We need to build our country. They say that ZANU-PF will rule and rule and rule. We will not be ruled. We want to be led, not to be ruled. Our chiefs, our traditional leaders are the ones which are rulers, not the government. We are not an autocratic government here. He says those who back and back. Mnangagwa is claiming to be like God. Well, he's lying to himself, because only God will rule and rule and rule. He's the ruler, not mankind. Will not be ruled by a mere mortal. If Mnangagwa is a God, we are not the people he created. He can be God somewhere else, not in this country. You see, the voice of the people he claims is the voice of God, and he's right. The voice of the people is the voice of God. But you never try to suppress the voice of God, because only God is immortal, and his companions who are in heaven are immortal. Not Mnangagwa, not ZANU-PF, not whatsoever, not anyone who is here on earth is an immortal. Only God and his angels and Jesus Christ. If you don't fight for our country, no one else will. Our country will be destroyed, and will no longer have a place to call a home. We will no longer have this country of ours. We will no longer have the pride to call ourselves Zimbabweans. Ask Zimbabweans abroad. They don't want to be called Zimbabweans. Why? It's because of our government. Totally autocratic government. If the people don't like you, don't force them to like you because they don't like you. You are not God. You should not be worshipped. We will never worship a man. Only God is worshipped. Only he who is in heaven will be worshipped. Even Jesus Christ, when he was on earth, he refused men to worship him. Then who is Mnangagwa? Who is ZANU-PF who wants us to worship them? I always ask myself this question. Why are we silent? Why are we always being silent? We should fight for this country. This is our country. This country does not belong to ZANU-PF or those who call themselves or the war veterans. They did their part. It's now our time to do our part. That is to fight for this country. Before 1980, the people who fought for the liberation struggle, they fought for the majority of the people. Right? But now ZANU-PF is a minority right now. And we, the majority, we should fight for the majority rule, not for the minority ZANU-PF. To tell the truth, think about it. They say that Mugabe was a dictator. What about ED? I mean, he's the one who said he had a plan in 2008 in the winning of ZANU-PF. When Mugabe stayed in power, It was Mnangagwa who did that. Think about it. Who controlled Mugabe? It was Mnangagwa and the army. They controlled him. But when turned against them, they thought he was a bad man. Why didn't they restore the legacy long ago, before we were in this situation? Where were they? They were in the government. They were stealing. They were stealing the funds. We should feed the poor. They were stealing the funds. We should look after the needs of this country. But now they claim to be the masters to restore legacy. You cannot restore what you've already stolen. When you cut a tree, you can't be the same man to make it grow. Only God is. And only the majority rule will do that. Only if the majority rule is united. United we stand, divided we fall. If we don't fight for our country, then the future is uncertain for us. We will no longer have a country. We will no longer have a home. If you love your country, it's time to get up and fight for what you believe in. Don't let ZANU-PF destroy this country again and again and again, as they've already been doing. This is our country. We all have rights to remain in this country, to live in this country free, not to go to other countries and causing problems. We should solve our own problems in this country. We should not run away. Running away is not a solution to solve a problem. When you have a problem, you have to face it head to head, toe to toe, face to face. That's how you solve a problem, not running away from it. If they want to arrest me for my words, you're free to do so. But I will not let my voice be destroyed. You can destroy my flesh, but you may never destroy the spirit. Only God can destroy the spirit. Even the devil cannot crush the spirit, but only the flesh. If you can destroy the flesh, I'm happy, because you cannot destroy the spirit. Only God can do that. Only God can destroy the spirit. Only God can destroy the flesh, not another mere mortal. You can never suppress the voice of God, because the voice of God is dominant. And it's now our time to fight for what we believe in. Pass this message to each and every one of the Zimbabweans. The international community thinks that Zimbabwe is open for business and Zimbabwe is now free from Robert Mugabe. Come on! Was he ruling this country alone? Think about it. He was ruling with Mnangagwa and his cabals. They go on to say, it was not a takeover of the low cost against G40. But the truth is, it was a win of the low cost against the G40. We should no longer have factions here. We've got Amaim Juru. We've got other small parties. They should join in a one fight. We should fight for this country. The goal is to remove ZANU-PF, and then we'll see the next leadership. If these oppositions, they don't unite, ZANU-PF will rule as they claim. We should unite. That's the sole purpose, to win. Let me tell you something. You look at this country, it used to be the breadbasket of Africa. If the ZANU-PF had not pulled this country down, we should have been in another level right now. It's time to fight for what we believe in. If you don't, you will never have a home. And I repeat, you will never have a home called Zimbabwe ever again. Who knows? They might change even this country to ZANU-PF, because they're suppressing people, they're intimidating people, even the army. You're not free to walk and talk as you like and tell the truth. No, no, no. They don't like the truth. They hate the truth. They want you to tell them the lies, and they say you're loyal. But only the truth will set you free. Remember that. Thank you.